YAYA. I'm a tour guide based in Tokyo. Welcome back to my channel. I specialize in food tours, so if you enjoy Japanese cuisine, feel free to book a tour with me. If you are interested in booking my tour, please head over to yayatabi.com or just send me a DM on Instagram. In this video, we will go over first things to do when you arrive in Japan. So let's get started.
When you're heading to a brand new place, there are a few things you want to sort out first. Enough cash, reliable internet, and figuring out how to get around on public transport. Taking care of these basics will make your trip so much easier and stress-free.
If it's your first time in Japan or you are returning after a while, I bet you're feeling a little nervous, especially when it comes to the train systems. But don't worry, as long as you've got cash, solid internet connections, and a little know-how about how to get the trains, then there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of.
A lot of visitors forget just how important cash still is in Japan. You'll find places where only cash is accepted, like buying train tickets at the ticket machine, street food stalls in Harajuku, Asakusa, or Tsukiji, and when visiting shrines and temples to make offerings. Some restaurants like ramen shops or cafes require tickets from the ticket machine to order. And of course, there are plenty of vending machines that still take cash. While some accept transportation cards or credit cards, you might need to follow instructions for using digital payments.
So, as long as you've got some cash, a good internet, and a little knowledge of how to navigate the trains, you're all set. Enjoy every moment of your Japan journey.
Let's start with how to get some cash. If you have foreign currency, you can exchange it for Japanese yen at the currency exchange counters at the airport. If you only have a credit card, you can withdraw yen from ATMs at the convenience stores in the airport. If you're concerned about the exchange rate, one option is to visit exchange offices in the city. Popular places for currency exchange in Tokyo include Daikokuya, Travilex, and World Currency Shop. Daikokuya is a pawn shop and its exchange rate is usually better than the airports, but there is no guarantee that you will find any English-speaking staffs. Travilex and World Currency Shop are more typical exchange shops in town, and they have good reviews for their rates, staff's English skills, and the cleanliness of the bills.
Alright, so to be more specific, if you are near Ginza, Ginza Exchange is a good place to exchange your money. In Shibuya, check out Shibuya Exchange. If you're in Shinjuku, Ninja Money Exchange is popular, and in Ikebukuro, View Card Currency Exchange is a good place to exchange your money. If you're in a hurry, I recommend using the ATM machines at the convenience stores.
Japan's major convenience stores are 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart, and almost all of them have ATMs that accepts international credit cards. Personally, I recommend using 7-Eleven's ATMs because they support more languages and credit card brands compared to the other two. I'm sure you can reach out for public Wi-Fis at the airports, hotels, cafes, fast food stores, shopping malls, and probably more in the city of Tokyo. However, when you need a solid internet connection to go somewhere to check the route on Google Maps or call a taxi, those public Wi-Fi connections cannot be good enough.
I recommend getting an eSIM before you come to Japan. An eSIM or embedded SIM is a digital SIM card that is built right into your phone, so there's no need for a physical card. It makes switching mobile plans super easy, all without swapping cards.
If you search for eSIM on Google, you will find plenty of options for where to buy one. But if you're not sure which company is the best, here are a few stores that my customers have recommended to me based on their great experiences. First up is Mobile. They offer the SoftBank network, one of Japan's largest carriers. Their cheapest data plan is 3 GB over 8 days for just 2,340 yen, which is about 15 bucks. They also provide a voice eSIM so you can receive calls and send text messages. Next, we have World eSIM. This one also uses the SoftBank network. World eSIM offers flexible data plans, so if you are a light user who just needs a little data for navigation or finding places to eat, this could be a great option for you. Just keep in mind, they don't offer a voice eSIM plan. The third option is Sakura Mobile, and it offers the Docomo network. Actually, I use Docomo too. This one is perfect for long-term travelers. For example, if you are staying in Japan for 15 days, their unlimited data plan is only 7,150 yen, or about 46 bucks. That's a great deal. Plus, Sakura Mobile gets excellent reviews for customer service, and they also offer voice eSIM plans. Also, on their website, you will find clear and easy to follow instructions for both iPhone and Android, showing you how to purchase and activate your eSIM. Be sure to check it out. And last but not least, we have Japan Wireless. The convenience here is that you can get a 1-day 4GB unlimited data plan for just $5. Another great feature they offer is customer support in English, so you don't have to worry about language barriers when using their eSIM. Their website also provides simple step-by-step guidance on how to use eSIM.
Next, I'll highlight 2 key points to be aware of when using an eSIM.
First, on mobile website, it says if you want to use a voice eSIM, you will need to verify your ID, so you cannot receive the eSIM directly via email. Be sure to check the service's instructions for voice eSIM. Next, when should you activate your eSIM? Many services start counting your plan days from the moment you activate it. For example, according to Sakura Mobile website, there is a caution saying, use QR code and install the eSIM. You will then be able to use it immediately. The day you install our eSIM will be the day that usage period starts. And on their FAQ page, you will find more details about when to activate your eSIM. Also, the Japan Wireless website mentions, please activate your eSIM in Japan since the validity period starts once your eSIM is activated regardless of your location. Airports provide free Wi-Fi access, so you will be able to download your eSIM there. So, it's best to activate your eSIM as soon as you arrive in Japan. Connect to the airport Wi-Fi first, then activate your eSIM.
But don't worry, once you buy the eSIM, you will receive a user guide via email, so just follow the instructions and the setup will be very simple and easy. And also, all the companies that I've mentioned offer customer support in English, so if you have any questions, they'll be happy to assist. So now, let's get your rail pass. If you are at either Narita or Haneda Airport, you can get Welcome Suica, which is a specialized version of normal Suica for tourists. For those who don't know what Suica is, it's a super convenient transportation card being widely used in Japan. There is also a similar card called Passmo, which is also available at both airports. So we call those transportation cards IC card in Japan, and we can use them not only at the stations for trains, but also at convenience stores, fast food stores, and any other retail stores just for shopping. If you find this display, that means you can use your Suica or Passmo at that store.
Now, let's talk about the difference between Suica and Welcome Suica. Suica requires a 500 yen deposit when you buy the card, and it's valid as long as you keep using it.
But here's the thing. If you don't use it for over 10 years, it will expire even if there is still balance on it.
Also, when you get a Suica, you will need to register some personal info like your name, birthday, and phone number. On the other hand, Welcome Suica is much easier to get. It doesn't require any deposit or personal info. It's quick and hassle-free. But there's a catch. It expires after 28 days.
Once it's expired, you can still bring it back home as a souvenir, but just make sure that you use up all the balance before it expires.
If you have a reserved rail pass like the Japan East Pass, Japan Rail Pass, or JR Tokyo White Pass, you will need to pick it up at the designated JR East Travel Service Center. These are also available at the airports, but be prepared for long lines, especially during busy times. If you're not using your pass right away, I recommend grabbing a regular train ticket or transportation card and heading to another station where you can pick up your pass.
For more details on which stations have JR East Travel Centers, check out my previous video. Alright, so before we wrap up, here are a few more important tips for your trip.
First, when traveling to Japan, Remember that Japan uses Type A plugs and the voltage is 100.
So if you are bringing devices from abroad, you might need a plug adapter or voltage converter. So before your trip, be sure to check if your devices will work in Japan. If you are buying electronics here, then you won't need to worry about compatibility at all. If you are on a budget, it might even be a good idea to pick up some smaller items like chargers or gadgets while you're here. Don Quixote is my recommendation to buy those electronics.
Next, taxi apps are super useful here. While Uber isn't popular in Japan, the Go app is widely used.
It's great for tourists since you can register with an international phone number and use a foreign credit card. You can hail a taxi like a New York in Japan, but the app makes it much easier, especially if there is a language barrier. Just input your destination and pickup point, and the taxi will come right to you.
Lastly, if you book the shuttle service, make sure to double check your driver's contact details and pickup location before your trip.
I had a customer who couldn't reach their driver, and without the network at the airport, they just ended up having to take a taxi to their hotel. And what a waste, especially since they had already paid for the reserved car. To avoid this, just confirm your pickup point with your agency beforehand. That way, even if you're offline, you can still find your driver. Well, of course, if you have a tour guide like me waiting for you at the airport, then just relax. I got you. Alright, thanks for watching today's video all the way to the end. Drop your questions in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. Here's a little quiz for you. So make sure to leave your answers also in the comments. List 3 essentials for traveling in Japan. Okay, so that's it for today's video and I will see you guys soon in the next video. Bye bye!